How's it going, everyone? It is Lockhart here, and we are going to be chatting about Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis and whether or not this game is going to be for you, I guess is the best way to put it. I will say this just to start it off. This is strictly my opinion and just kind of based off of what I've seen people mention on Reddit and how I feel about the game and why I play the game even. So I think the biggest disclaimer is beyond the fact that this is solely my opinion, but also the fact that you might not like this game if you've never played a gacha game before, because you're just gonna feel like, what is this cop out of a game? Like, where's the rest of it? Like, why is the gameplay like this? So you'll get really confused. Whereas if you're like me and you've played a lot of gacha games up until this point, you're gonna feel pretty good about it, I want to say, and you're gonna want to keep up with it. And the grinding portion of this game does not feel as bad as I thought it would be. I'm already building up back my gems to be able to save up for the next pull, but for the most part, let's talk about some of the things that I like and maybe reasons that this game is going to be something that you'll enjoy. The first portion of it, I want to say, is going into the draw system. So the banners are pretty good. I think the stamp system helps with the pity, so it's a little bit more generous when you think about it. How do I phrase that? More like the pity system, the stamp system with the pity system can be really good or really bad, right? Like, you have 6 steps before you get to your first guaranteed weapon here, right? In my video that I posted, I got 2 stamps and then 4 stamps, so I got in 2 pities. However, I've seen people get 1 stamp all the way to pity, which sucks, right? And it's not that it's impossible, but the rates are there, and it is it can happen, right? And the other portion is that sorry, just go into this really quickly. Once you do get through your stamps, you are guaranteed some of the things that you are after. And for me, I think the way I'm going to play this game is just really solely based on how much I like the character and if I want the costume for them. And if both answers are yes, then I'm probably going to pull on the banner, and that'll be very far and few between, I think, for now. I don't know. But on the last step of the first card, you get a chance of pulling a costume, and then you customize those 2 to figure out what you want, and then you just go through again. And for me, on the last stamp of the second time, I got another copy of his weapon and 2 copies of Lucia's weapon. So so I got 4 of the banner weapons, not to mention any of the other things I got in between, which I did. It wasn't like I had 0 5 stars in just those. I did get other weapons. But 4 banner weapons and 2 cards is not too bad, plus the costume. So I consider myself alright. I'm not leaving too bad. And you can always see the odds of what you're going to pick here as well, right? So the ratios of 2, 3, and 4 combined are not too bad. 1 is quite high. It's almost just a little bit less than half of the chance it's going to be 1. So that's But going into the other portion of the banners is that everything has ended up in the general pool, which is kind of crazy because this summer weapon here, I thought it would be limited with the costume. It is not. It's here now. Same with the very first weapon to come out for Cloud, which is the Mirasame. Thought this would be limited. It's not. It's here in the general pool. And so that just kind of means that not only can you select these to get a little bit of extra rate up on them, so you can continue to pull copies for them, or you could just pool it all onto 1 character and do that for all of 1 character. When Sephiroth came out, his entire weapon set came out at the same time, so you can literally just pick how you want to build him and select from it, which is kind of nuts. So for me, the banner system just feels pretty good. The pity system is kind of dicey. Could be really good, could be really bad. Sometimes you get I don't know how many people are going to get it, but to be able to get 12 stamps in one go, that's kind of that would be nuts, getting an entire card there. Not to mention all the other goodies that come with the card too. So, banner system, not too bad. Or gacha system. One of the other things I like is the fact that like you can change the costumes, and again, this is why like I will probably more pull for costumes than I will for anything else. It comes with different poses and stuff too, but like it's super cool to see like some of the characters that I love just like have a little bit of like flavor, you know, like it's a little different, and it's like, and that's nice, right? Like I still have the classic Cloud, but I like Mirasame Cloud, and it's not just that, but it's like the skin of the weapons too, because like I really wanted this weapon because it looks like a Keyblade, and as much as I want a Sailor Cloud who basically look like Dark Sora or Dark Roxas, the Keyblade was really what I was gunning for, and I ended up just getting a 4-star, which is fine. And so I was able to like change the skin of like the weapon, but you can really do that for any weapon you're able to pick up at all, whether it's 2, 3, or 3, 4, or 5-star. You can just switch your main weapon to like any of the ones you were able to pick up before, which I feel like is super cool and kind of underrated, you know? Like look at that. Awesome. So that little bit of customization I feel like is nice. And it kind of really helps. The events were really good in terms of being able to farm the event and clean out the shop. You got so many resources there, which was amazing, and it just really helps, especially when it comes to grinding in this game. And so if you like an auto battle, like a full auto battle system, like you like being able to like pick your stage, and then once your stage is complete, then you can basically go to it'll just keep doing it until you run out of stamina. You're not gonna get that here, because you ain't. I don't know why they make you stamina for everything, but for some reason they don't give you the full auto battle experience. Like, it boggles my mind. Once the battle is done, I have to manually select it again. Like, why? But they do make it up a little bit, a tiny little bit, with a really good AI system. Like the auto battle in this game, save for the fact that it doesn't use limit break, which I am so sure that just like Defo, they're gonna come out with an auto battle, which an auto battle plus. An auto battle plus will use more skills, and by more skills, it means your summons and your limit breaks. Because I just don't know why they didn't include it. And like, it's fine. I'm not mad, really. But the auto battle system is really good, super easy, and probably a lot better than you. Knows when to like use the attack and defense function, which is like super integral for like getting through like the harder bosses and whatnot. And it's all right, so it's fine. The other thing I like about the battle system is, of course, the animation. Looks really good. All the characters and the limit breaks are awesome, honestly. And the what's it called? Whoops. Anyway, the limit breaks and the skills and the unique skills are amazing to see. I feel like they did such a good job being able to animate those in, and I know it's unique to the weapon itself, which is kind of strange, but that's okay, because like at the end of the day, it's still a gacha game, so like of course like the way you get them has to be through pulling, blah blah blah, so that's fine. But I haven't seen a summon animation in a gacha for Final Fantasy in a very long time, so this is really nice to see. Minus Brave Exvius, I don't play that game. And the skills are awesome, like epic. Looks so cool. So battle system, not too bad, honestly. I think you'll enjoy it. It's very intuitive, and most of the times you're gonna leave it on auto and really only plan your limit breaks to make sure that it makes sense. Some super hard stages will require manual, but you'll figure those out. Fortunately. I would say the only... So, a couple things. The only other thing when it comes to the battle, aside from not having a full-on auto battle where, like, it'll cycle through your stages once you're done, is the fact that, of course, it is highly repetitive. With not too many boss monsters that have changed so far. But I will say that certain characters, like Rufus, are crazy cool. And I hope that that's a character I get to use sooner than later. Because if you've played him, he is... I don't want to spoil everything, but he is a crazy cool enemy. And his skills are amazing. Like, he was never this cool. So, I like him as a unit. I mean, I like him as a boss. It's always so cool to fight him as a boss. He feels like super strong, and I like his skill set. So, absolutely, hands down, great job on making him into a badass boss monster. The materia system is a part of your end game. The summoning battles is also a part of your end game, and the materia is okay. I know that at some point in time they will have to do like a re-roll mechanic, because I feel like the rates are crazy abysmal. I have only ever generated one 5-star item. I will show you guys right now. I've only generated one 5-star materia right here, and I've only leveled up one 3-star materia into a 4-star once each, right? So this was a when you level it up, I was able to get to 4-star because I increased in rarity, but my 5-star is I just pulled for it. But like, if the stats were worse, it would be almost like a wasted pull. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I hope that's better. And then the summoning could be a little bit better. I wish that like these could be a little bit better too, but it's fine. I think one of the things that I'll have to say really quickly is that this game does very much fit my own like personality and lifestyle, because like I have a full-time job, I'm married, I have 2 kids, and so like, and I spend time with friends and family whenever I can too. So I don't have time to sit down and play a console game anymore. And even getting a game like the console, like the Switch, it's still super hard, because then it's just me carrying around more stuff just to be able to play a game. So like games like this specifically, where I'm able to like get some decent graphics, some okay gameplay, pretty alright banner pulls and whatever, like I feel like I naturally landed in playing a lot of gacha games because of my lifestyle. Like, I'm always on the go. I don't have time to do any singular thing by myself whenever I get the chance. And now that I'm like kind of getting into content creating, I even have a lot less time, because like I can barely stream. So like I play games on the side whenever I have time for it, and then I make a video. So like the passion portion for me is trying to figure out how I can get gacha gaming to be something a little bit more cooler, a little bit more like of a useful hobby, I guess is the best way to put it. And making these making content on the gacha games that I've been playing so far has been kind of that. So there is that little bit of it too, that like, you know, you want to play a cooler game that has decent graphics, that isn't like this like a waifu collector or a game that's just like pure ecchi and filled with fan service. So it's kind of like, wow, the game isn't even like worth playing, because literally it's just geared towards people who just like need to stare at like, you know, these like whatever, you know. And anyway, some people call them cultured video games, so we'll call them that too. But for me, it's just, you know, I get to play my favorite franchise, decent graphics, in the palm of my hand, whenever I get to have time for it, and it's just super easy because I can take it on the go, you know. That's kind of, I feel like that's like the main aspects of the game. If you like those things, if you don't mind them, or if you like, you're like me and you know it's just a part of the game, and it just has to be there almost, you know, in a way, and you don't mind it, you're probably gonna enjoy this game like quite a bit, I think, because it's not that bad, and it's like I've already collected so many gems in like less than a week. I think 6,000 through like leveling up, going through stages, going through dungeons. It's just a nice balance of like everything that makes the game like really good. So I think that's it. Let me know what y'all think. I've been relatively modest with the game, because it's like it's been able to give me a lot of gems for free, so that way I can like go deep into my pulls, and it was just a good time, and I don't really feel a need to pull for the weapon because I know it'll probably pop up later on anyway. So unless they start releasing brand new characters or super limited characters, I'm gonna be pretty chill and just look out for the characters I really want, that have like a different play style or a different animation than like what we already have. So like for me, hands down, adult Sephiroth, that's a given. Vincent, Rufus for sure, both of those. Yuffie I might just end up skipping out on, I really don't care. But maybe like Kate Sith was gonna be like absolutely silly. Like I think he'll be so different in a remake setting, and like already getting someone like young Sephiroth is super cool, because like you can see like him kind of with more life and like doing like more of his skills and stuff that you would have never gotten to see anywhere else, you know. And so I'm excited for things like that. Like there are so many characters in the FF7 universe that I'm just gonna throw this out there, sorry I'm bouncing, but the one game that came out on Japanese mobile, there's so many characters in there that are like super hype, like, you know, the people who actually started Avalanche, like the OG members of Avalanche, the leader at that time, for like the Wutai Rebellion, no wait, I think it was Avalanche. Amazing. It's probably gonna be so cool actually getting to play as Genesis, maybe, or actually getting to play as Angeal, you know. I don't know, there's just like a lot of possibilities. Or Song, you know, to Sang as a character, you know. That's just me spinning some ideas there. Anyway, if you've watched it till this point, please consider liking and subscribing and leaving a comment, because I love chatting with you guys. I love getting ideas, and I'm only really making this video again so soon because of the good response that I received over Reddit, over YouTube, and you know, y'all need to stop calling Sephiroth Dark Aqua. That is so BM. You guys have no chill. Like, I mean, like, femboys, sure, like Femiman, you know, like that's funny too. Looks like he's coming from K-pop group. Like, I definitely get it. More woman, more beautiful than ever for sure. But Dark Aqua is so rude because one, Aqua is her own character, and Sephiroth is his own whatever he is. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, thanks so much. Have a good night, y'all. See you in the next one.